not even sure where to begin talking about this season. Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today, as you can see by the title, we are going to be having another little series review, and today we're gonna sit down and talk about Emily in Paris season 4 as a whole, but particularly focusing on part 2. Let's get started. So initially I had planned on making an entire review about part 1, but I already explained in a little short that I uploaded why that ended up not happening. Yo, when I tell you I was so ready to review part 1 of season 4 of Emily in Paris, but I really couldn't because in the first 5 episodes, nothing happened. So now that the entire season is out and we got to see how the season ended, you know, I was hoping that more drama would happen, which would mean I would have more thoughts and opinions to share with you guys, but I'm still not sure. So with part 1, we left off with Gabrielle and Emily deciding to give their relationship yet another chance, and yeah, that didn't last long because in part 2, you know, Christmas happened and Emily ended up not going home to Chicago for Christmas and ended up spending Christmas with Cammy's family and Gabrielle, which ended in things completely falling apart for them in their relationship. Yeah.
You're always gonna choose her.
She's having my baby.
I know, but I cannot be the person who pulls you away from your family.
We get introduced to this new character called Genevieve, who is related to Sylvie's husband. And she brings in her whole drama situation.
I thought, oh my god, that's Genevieve. Are we sure we like her?
Emily goes to Italy, and yeah. So it was no shocker to me that Emily and Gabrielle ended things yet once again, because we know they go through this whole vicious cycle every single season. Even though the truth came out that Kimmy was lying about the fact that she was pregnant, it was over for the relationship. And did we think that it would be over for good? Oh, if you've watched Emily in Paris before, if you've watched 3 previous seasons, you would have known that you can't expect them to be over forever once they said it's over, because we saw at the end of season 4 that homeboy is ready to catch a flight all the way to Italy just to talk to Emily and win her back. Oh my goodness, trying to talk with these elastics in my braces is the worst thing ever, but I have to keep them on because doctor's orders. So we move. Now I have to say, the one thing that made me so happy with part 2 is the fact that ALFIE has officially moved on. Hallelujah. I was so happy when he bumped into Emily in Paris and she was trying to invite her over to the party that Mindy was having, and he was like, thanks for the invite, but I kind of have to go to church and meet up with my girlfriend and her family. I was like, yes, ALFIE, thank goodness, because if he was still pining over this lady like Gabrielle is, I would have torn all the hair from my scalp. I didn't even feel bad when Emily was right there in the middle of the streets of Paris bawling her eyes out over the fact that ALFIE had moved on. I was happy. And now in part 2 we get introduced to Marcello, an Italian stud, so they call it, what an Italian stallion, as Mindy calls him. So of course he falls for Emily, because every man in the show seems to fall for Emily. And yeah, like the whirlwind of a relationship between these two, it is so quick throughout the final 5 episodes, because wow, they meet at the slopes in France. Next thing, Emily is catching a flight to Italy. Next thing, tour guide, they are listen. The story of Emily and Marcello was so fast, it was giving me whiplash. But were we really shocked with how things turned out between Emily and Marcello? No. But do we think Emily and Marcello are gonna stay together? Well, if there is a new season of Emily in Paris in the works, I highly doubt it. Because best believe one way or another Gabrielle is going to come into the picture. I mean, the boy is already ready to take a flight all the way to Italy just to talk to Emily. Wow, that was a lot of rhyming. And speaking of Gabrielle, What on earth was Genevieve trying to, like, no. I already knew something was off with Genevieve when she was giving the translation of what Gabrielle had said to Emily, and she started adding her own spice to things. I'm like, babes, that is not what was said. Oh my gosh, Genevieve gave me so much stress. That girl annoyed the living daylights out of me. I really hope that she's not about to be a full stable character in the show if there is going to be a new season or a spin-off, but we will get to that real soon because I cannot deal with this girl. How are you guys feeling about that ending? Because I was absolutely done because yeah, so how do we say it? Arjun's Rato now has a office in Rome, and now Emily is going to be the one to run the office, which means now Emily in Paris is now Emily in Rome. It's giving spin-off show. And I had said it, I think it was in my trailer reaction. I was like, they better not give us Emily in Italy.
Flashback.
Literally, as I was watching the trailer, the first thought that came into my mind was they better not give us Emily in Italy. And here they go, right at the end of the trailer, we see Emily in Rome. I'm so tired.
End of flashback.
And here we are. We're probably gonna get it, folks. And I do not know how to feel because honestly, they didn't even wrap up this season. There are so many loose ends in this season that they could easily get a new season or a spin-off called Emily in Rome. That ending was just, it was a typical Emily in Paris ending. They always leave all of these loose ends because they want to milk the living daylights out of the show. Honestly, after watching season 4 as a whole, I was just like, I don't know why I still watch the show, to be quite frank. I don't know why I do this to myself. I must like some sort of torture because this show is just a lot and nothing at the same time. I have to say though, Luke is my guy. If they said pick your favorite character, it would be Luke for me, and then maybe Sylvie afterwards. Luke is just, he's such a goofball, and I love him. But yeah, there's literally nothing much for me to say because everybody in the show, as usual, annoyed the living daylights out of me. Apart from Luke, sometimes Sylvie, and the other guy. What's the other guy? The black guy that works there. I keep forgetting his name, but him too. He was cute. Oh, also the story with Mindy and her band and the Eurovision thing. I don't know why they decided to put that in there because it did absolutely nothing. It added nothing to the plot. Yeah, man, everything is just a mess. No loose ends were tied up with this season, which is why I have a good feeling that we're either gonna get another season or a spin-off called Emily in Italy or Emily in Rome. Yeah, those are my thoughts about Emily in Paris season 4 as a whole, but particularly part 2 of season 4. Yeah, so you will let me know your thoughts and opinions, what you thought of this season. So yeah, that is it from me to you for now. So until next time, don't forget to subscribe if you like, leave a comment, switch on post notifications, all that amazing stuff. Until next time, stay amazing. Bye.